2008 on a 58 BMW M3. As you can see, this is the saloon. So it's the E90, where your coupe would be the E92. First year for the saloons on a 58. This one in, I believe, carbon black, so it's got that slight blue tinge to the metallic. It's a really lovely colour in the daylight, with the gloss black wheels and lovely contrasting red leather interior, which we'll get to in a second. We'll start by having a look at the bodywork. If I start on this front driver's side, we'll look down this side, you can see it's lovely and straight all the way down there. That body line's nice and sharp all the way along. It's not full of filler or ripples or anything like that. This front driver's wheel, it's on the correct wheels. And we've got good tyres all around. We'll check them as we go. But this is a Dunlop Sport Max on the front. I believe it's got Michelin's on the rear. If we look at the paintwork, it is nice and straight, but it is, you see under the light there is quite a lot of swirls in it. So a proper cut and machine polish would make a massive difference. Little marks where bits of tree sap and stuff have sort of sat on it. And generally you can hear that the paint is quite dry. But a good polish would make a massive, massive difference on this car. The arch itself is nice and clean all the way around. It's all good on that front wing. There's no marks to note there really. Calipers look like they've been done recently as well, lovely and clean. Loads of meat left on those discs as well. Coming down this side, got a tiny little stone chip at the bottom there on the driver's door. But other than that, all good, all nice and tidy around the wing mirror and on the stanchions in this area. Two tiny little stone chips just there that have been touched in. A little bit of dirt, we'll get rid of that so you can see it a bit better. There and there, they've been touched in. They've not been a bad job, but they are there. Nice and tidy of the rest of the pillar. And then along the roof, we've got a stone chip just here. And then there's lots of little marks where it looks like it's been parked under a tree. It's just dirt. If you just take your finger across it, it does come straight off. So see, for example, that one comes straight off. It will just all come off with a proper detailed polish. Make a huge difference on this car. All the black trim down this side is nice and tidy. Quite often this can go milky and horrible. This one's all good. No marks to note on that rear door. And then down this area, you can get a bit of corrosion in there, but this one's all good all the way around. And normally you end up with a bit of lacquer peel around here, but again, nice and tidy. We do have a little bit of stone chipping down the bottom there where the sort of sides get flares out slightly. Another good wheel and tyre. We're on Pilot Super Sport tyres on this one, Michelin's. Again, those calipers and look like they're nice and fresh. They've been redone recently. Have another look up this side from here again, like I say, lovely and straight all the way up there. Coming around on the back, all the tail lights are nice and clean and clear and bright. The exhaust sits nice and level. There's 4 M3 tailpipes. Normally they're sort of all black and horrible and a bit wonky, but as you can see, that one is all good. Nice and tidy on the rest of that bumper. And again, like I say, see the swirls on the flat of the bonnet, of the boot. I would like whoever buys this car to send me a picture of it polished, because the difference is going to be ridiculous. Going up this driver's side, again, lovely and straight all the way up. Not full of filler or ripples or anything like that. Nice and clean on the rear arch. We do have a little stone chip just on the leading edge there. The rest of it is all good. Another good wheel and tyre with a Michelin Pilot. Well, we've got so the same as the other side on this one. All of the black trim on this side again, not milky or peeling or anything like that. Roof itself is lovely and straight. No ripples or dents in that. And coming up this side, not really any marks to note. We've got a very light scratch just there. I would imagine when you get the car polished that would come out quite easily. Nice and clean on the wing mirror and around this area. No real stone chips to note on the A-pillar or on the leading edge of the roof. Got a little mark just down here where it sort of chipped the lacquer away, you can see there on the side skirt. Front wing all nice and tidy. Another good wheel and tyre. So we're on matching Dunlops on the front, matching and Michelin Pilots on the back. Headlights on this one, normally they need a polish, but these ones are lovely and clean and clear. A couple of stone chips here and there, as you'd expect for a car of this age. And then a couple more on the edge of the bonnet. The bonnet itself is nice and straight apart from that giant power bulge that the M car's got, but there's no dings or dents or anything in that. Going round onto the interior, I do really like this colour combo, especially on a saloon. So carbon black exterior, red and black interior. Lovely and clean on that door card. Driver's seat, tiny little bit of wear on the bolster, but generally very good. It's not collapsed, it's all still nice and firm. All the carpet set's nice and dark. Mileage wise, we've got 85,574. Nice and clean on the top of the dash. Nothing to note along the headlining. On the steering wheel, tiny little bit of wear where your hands would be, but other than that, generally very good. I'll pull the bonnet while we're here. Into the back. Nice and clean on that door card as well. Rear bench is lovely. It's not overly shiny. It doesn't look like it's been used hardly at all, really. Backs of the seats are good. They haven't been kicked or anything like that. All the door shuts are nice and tidy. And then into the boot. Underside of the boot lid's all good. Got your original Castrol bag with a oil bottle in there. Little mat there just to keep it clean. Underneath there, nice and tidy. It's got the original plate holder from the front, which everybody takes off because they do look a bit ugly. Obviously no spare wheel on these. You got the run flat kit. And normally with a BMW, these carpets are grey, and it's always been a weird choice for a boot because they get dirty so quickly. But this one, lovely and clean and tidy. Rear passenger side again, lovely and tidy all the way around. Nothing at all to whinge about in there. And then front passenger side, nice and clean on the door card. This seat really nice and tidy, no wear at all to the bolsters on this one. Electric seats with the bolsters on the front. Obviously iDrive, bigger stereo, aircon, all the stuff you'd expect from a sort of top of the range M car, really. You've got that all important M button for your settings. And then under here you've got that 420 brake horsepower BMW V8. I did take this down the road yesterday, it sounds fabulous. We'll get it started up. So it starts up on the button. It's on cold start because it is stone cold. Nothing nasty flying out the back. Nice and smooth. Shut that bonnet properly. We'll check some warning lights. So it's whinging because we've got no fuel in it, which is fair enough. If we go on the information, we can check all that sort of stuff out. So info sources, service requirements, everything's all showing us okay in there. And then if we go check control messages, so obviously warning lights, obviously it's telling us we've got 18 miles left, date and time's not set, and the battery's low, obviously because the battery's been off when we picked it up. It's been sort of sat in the chap's garage for a little while, so we'll get that charged up and get those off. So there you have it, 2008 BMW M3 Saloon. If you've got any questions at all, please get in touch. Thank you.